Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman and welcome back to Lucy, the Eternity She Wished For. So, I may have fumbled a little bit because I didn't exactly save after going through last video, but this will be the last video, hopefully, of the Lucy series, and this is the post-game content. We're going to see what other surprises this game has in store for us, given the fact that the start button here glitched out because it's going to allow us to replay basically the whole month of October all over again. We're gonna see what else this game has. So we're going to start over from the last known save point, which was Lucy cleaning up Protycon's room. But I will only come in for commentary if something interesting happens. So there will be editing me, there will be long periods of silence because this is just me going through post-game content and trying to see if we can change some things around. So we're gonna be back at whatever interesting point we're going to come across in this video. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we're starting with October the 12th, and I don't quite remember this game starting with the Doctor. So we're gonna see what this contains for us. Today's October the 12th. Lucy? Oh dear.
博士、呼びましたか？
This is the Doctor one. We have somewhere to go today. With a grim expression, I whisper softly.
行くところと言いますと？
Oh, is this the day she was dumped in the junkyard? Oh
研
no.
究所の外に出るのですか？
Yes, precisely.
珍しいですね。
Yeah, unusual
久しぶ
indeed.
りのお出かけですね。
Yeah,
遠いところに行くのですか？
it depends on how you look at it. I reply calmly.
大事なようですか？
It could very well be.
そうですか。
Oh dear. Without another word, Lucy begins to trot along beside me. Andrew. Ah, the other robot. Yes, Doctor. I leave the rest to you. Understood. Have a safe journey. Right. He's the, a security bot. Forgot about that. Right, let's see where she's gonna be
目
taken.
的地はどこですか？
The nearby junkyard.
廃棄場ですか？
That's right.
廃棄場に何の用があるのですか？
Huh.
博士？
You'll see once we get there. Oh dear. I attempt to sound as natural as possible so as not to raise any alarms, but it appears that she's seen right through my facade. Lucy, who was now aware of my serious demeanor, began to cower slightly. After that, there weren't many other exchanges between us. Both of us continued to walk in silence. Oh, and by the way, I went through the endgame as normal, and yes, the ending where Protycon's dad got the bitter end of the stick, it's still there. Alright. But after a while, I decided to steal a glance at Lucy. I noticed that she's trying to read my face without making it too obvious. To tell you the truth,
はい、
no, actually, it's nothing.
博士？
Without finishing my sentence, I keep my mouth shut. Lucy tilts her head in confusion. She repeatedly opens and closes her mouth. Oh dear. She's trying to say something, but decides against it. Oh, this is near Protycon's neighborhood.
今日はですね。
Her dialogue ends prematurely. After failing to get any response out of me, Lucy turns quiet. We continue our walk without exchanging another word. We only continue to walk in dead silence. I wonder if there's a way to have an alternate timeline of things, given that she's a robot.
あの、
But I'll have to look up a guide after the fact because I want to go through this blind, like literally as blind as possible. I was actually tempted to open up a guide like right here, right now, since this is the post game anyway. But it seems the game still has surprises for me, so no guides until then. So we're gonna see. Lucy musters up her courage once more.
今日は少し肌寒いですね。寒くはありませんか？
You know, she can be an airhead, but she can read the room sometimes, and that's commendable for you, Lucy. I'm fine.
そうですか
Awkward silence.
あの、
Really, really heavy and awkward silence.
どこまで行かれるのですか
This will be my last couple of minutes spending with you, Lucy, before you are decommissioned and then replaced with other, less talkative robots like yourself. Until we reach the center of the junkyard.
廃棄場の中間ですか
Yes.
そこに何かあるのですか
No. There's nothing there.
それでは、なぜ
I am going to murder you, Lucy. But that's probably exactly what happened here. Oh my god. The conversation veers into silence once more. I felt sorry for Lucy, but I sincerely wasn't in the mood to talk. With heavy footsteps, I carry on. Oh dear. So now transition over into the junkyard, I assume. I mean, there's literally no other place, so we're gonna find out. Yes, alright. We do indeed transition to the junkyard. We enter the junkyard, a place rampant with ear-deafening noises. Yeah, crunching metal and whatnot. A place that's constantly filled to the brim with waste. After taking a deep breath, I continue on my way. Suddenly, Lucy breaks the silence once more.
博士
Yes?
博士
What is it?
一つお聞きしてもよろしいですか
That you're going to be decommissioned? Yes, Lucy. Go ahead.
ルーシーは何か大きな失敗でもしたのでしょうか
No, we're going to decommission you, Lucy, because me, your creator, decided to get a little too attached to a robot that acts a little too humanly for the conservatives to be concerned about. So we're gonna do what we need to do in this dystopian future. Well, it's not exactly dystopian yet because cyberpunk is like at least in this in the context of this game, we're not exactly at cyberpunk levels of dystopia just yet, but we're gonna get there. If Detroit become human is any indication, it's going to head there anyway.
ルーシーは博士に対して悪いことでもしたのでしょうか
What are you talking about all of a sudden?
わかります。知らないふりをしても雰囲気でわかります。博士は今ルーシーを捨てようとしているのですよね。
Ah, dear. Her words throw me off guard, but I quickly regain my composure. It is said that animals being taken to the slaughterhouse can already sense their approaching death. I'm not surprised that such a brilliant android like her is able to read the mood. She has been doing so ever since you stepped foot outside the laboratory. I decided to tell her the truth. It's just as you say. I have grown too attached. I was planning to banish you from the laboratory. Oh dear. Ain't that the truth? But I wonder what his specific reasoning is. Banish you, Lucy Valentine, from the lab premises.
どうしてですかルーシーが悪い子だからですかルーシーが思ったよりも立派なアンドロイドでなかったせいですかご期待に添えなかったせいですか
No, Lucy, because you met my expectations and exceeded it with flying colors. But now I don't see you as a robot anymore. I see you as my own daughter. A daughter that I created in a test tube filled with wires and circuit boards. Yeah.
博士、答えてください。
I'm pretty sure what I said is exactly what the doctor would have said if he were a lot more talkative.
お願いですから、答えてください。
He will not answer, and he will bonk her on the head now. The authorities finally made an official decision. I was ordered to get rid of you.
廃棄処分
That's right. You've definitely turned out wonderful. But the risk we face by keeping you alive is too great. Humanity will suffer more compared to what we would gain. Because the blurry line between human and machine will no longer be seen. Are you fucking serious? So you're a conservative all along? Same with Protag-kun's parents? What a fucking hypocrite you are! Jesus Christ! Do you understand? No, I don't! That's why they're getting rid of you. It's what a lot of people want. After long, countless debates, this is the decision they ended up with. That Lucy's existence, your existence, is too great of a threat. That they will not allow such beings to exist. That they do not wish to create a world where hundreds of millions of androids like you will be running amok. That is what everyone said. Lucy, in the end, you were rejected by human society. It was decided you will not be allowed to coexist with mankind.
そうですか。ルーシーはそれじゃ使えないものと判断されたのでしょうか。
Essentially. I wasn't too bitter over their decision. I've been expecting it from the start, actually. Yeah, from a hypocrite like you, those are words. The only thing I was concerned about was time. Time it would take them to make this decision. Yes, their choice has always remained the same. Even now, nothing has changed. Yet Lucy refuses to accept the inevitable.
ルーシーはきっと立派になれなかったアンドロイドかもしれません。でも、それでも、きっと変われると思います。
A downgrade would be preferable. I mean, after Lucy, the barcode on the robot that was taking care of Protag-kun's father was number 23. So there were changes. But it's not the lively human-like Lucy we see here.
ルーシーに気に食わない部分があるかもしれませんが、努力すればずっと良くなると思います。博士に気に入ってもらえるよう変われると思います。頑張ってみますので、もう少し一生懸命頑張りますから、捨てないでください。ルーシーを捨てないでください。
There's something you need to understand. Even if you're allowed to stay, things won't be the same anymore. It's not possible for me to keep you at the laboratory any longer. This decision was agreed upon by nearly all the people who are aware of your existence. It's simply out of my hands. However, I have no intention of letting you be crushed to bits. It'd be unthinkable for me to do such a thing. Big words coming from you, Doctor. To someone who has stayed by my side all this time, that is why, feeling like my insides are being torn apart, I look straight into Lucy's eyes and I regretfully spit out the following words. Starting today on October the 12th, I grant you freedom, Lucy Valentine. You are liberated from your duties at the laboratory. You no longer need to listen to anyone's orders. And you're free to go wherever you wish. Go wherever you wish and do whatever you wish. Yes, travel wherever you may choose and find a good master. Someone who will sincerely care for you and live on happily with your master. That is my final order. She remained silent. She stood frozen with her head slouched forward.
もう遅いんですね。もうどんなにわめいてもルーシーはここで捨てられるのですね。
So the directive that the doctor left behind overrode all of her previous directives, and when she found Protag-kun, she acted on said directives. And whenever she stares at that junk heap, that's where she decided things needed to end. I don't know if she committed Sudoku, but we're gonna find out soon enough. Or at the very least, she starved herself until she ran out of energy, which is a really slow and painful way to die. I did not reply. This time, I was silent.
それならなるべく大切にしなければなりませんね。
God, in spite of everything, Lucy still looks at the bright side of things. Love this girl. I give her a puzzled look.
今回が博士と一緒の最後のお出かけですから。博士とこうやって過ごせる最後のお散歩ですから。この瞬間を大切にしなければなりませんね。
Lucy manages to force a smile despite being on the verge of breaking down in tears. There should be a way to make that sentence a little smaller, just compress all the words. But translations, I guess. It'll work. Excuse me. She steps forward. She motions towards me with her eyes, hinting that she wished to resume our final walk together. Through the junkyard? Okay. That sounds nice. I nod and begin to shuffle my own feet along. Our destination was merely a few meters away, but my feet felt laden. Each step forward took a lot of effort, for both Lucy and I. Not a word was exchanged between us. We were silent for the rest of the way. I'm guessing we're going to look at the very junk pile that we found Lucy in. Oh dear. Yeah, that same junk pile. Oh boy. Finally, we reached our destination. Here we are. This is where we part. It's time for you to choose your own path. With her head cast low, she remained silent. Then she slowly raised her eyes. As of this moment, I relinquish all of my authority over you. From now on, you have no obligation to obey any human being, and you are free to live as you please. Whether you choose to live as a human or reveal your identity as an android is entirely your choice. Just as long as you're happy. There was no response from Lucy. She didn't seem to be paying attention to my words. She was staring vacantly at a certain spot along the ground. Puzzled, I called out to her. Lucy? I'm guessing we're gonna see the same screen that we always see. Yeah, this one. The one where she just staring at the junk pile. It took a while for Lucy to respond, and here I am, adjusting the volume of the music again because it never seems to be at the level that I already adjusted it to. Her behavior was most peculiar. I could not fathom her expression. She continued with a flat tone of voice.
長い夢を見ていたようです。とっても長い夢を見ていたようです。夢の中のルーシーは寂しがっていました。楽しく暮らしていましたが、心の中では物足りなさを感じていました。いつも笑い、研究所の中は確かに楽しかったのですが、皆さんはルーシーに温かく接してくれましたが、それでも何かが満たされないままでした。胸にぽっかり穴が開いていました。それが何なのか、いつも考えていました。いつも考えていましたが、でも、いつも答えは出ないままでした。今やっと、ルーシーはその理由に気づきました。
My heart skips a beat upon hearing those words.
この場所に来てから。
My heart, which once had been frozen solid, is now thumping furiously.
ルーシーがなくしていたものが 何だったのかわかりました。
Her quivering eyes turn to face me. I meet her gaze full of anticipation. And it just cuts. Oh, it's this screenshot! Oh
お
my
久しぶりで
god!
す、マスター。
It was this screenshot! They say that it was this moment that broke a lot of people's hearts and, you know, made them just... Oh my god. She knew! She knew. Wait, you mean to tell me that the cycle repeats? Hold on. Hold on. Let's keep going. With eyes full of tears, Lucy was smiling at me. Just like, oh my god! So the doctor was good. He recreated Lucy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, this was a revelation. Oh my, what the hell? Oh my god. So he wasn't a hypocrite. He really did try his best. Wow, I am eating my own words here. But yeah, the words of the many cannot fight against the words of a few at all. But here we are. While saying the words I'd been hoping to hear for so long. Calling me master while smiling cheerfully. Like I'd always dreamt about. It was a scene I'd been fantasizing about every waking moment. I spoke with a quivering voice. It's been 15 long years, Lucy. 15 years, not 84,000 years. That's how long it's taking me to get you back. Literally to rebuild her piece by piece. Oh my god. This was a revelation. Holy shit. From the moment I lost you in front of my home, so much time has passed. I worked hard all those years. I majored in robotic engineering despite my hatred of the subject. I traveled all over the world to learn from the most renowned experts in their field. I was able to repair the broken parts and make them new again. I researched the workings of your internals and mastered a variety of skills requiring intensive training, and spent countless days trying to recover the memory chips that were damaged beyond use. It wasn't exactly a walk in the park, and after all these years, I was finally able to restore you. But when you woke up, you didn't recognize me at all, meaning I had failed to recover your memories. And after that, my confidence spiraled down. After seeing that you couldn't really remember anything, after hearing you call me doctor instead of master, after hearing you talk about wanting to meet your master as soon as possible, after watching your unfamiliar gestures and smiles, I couldn't be sure if you really were the same Lucy from the past. That's why I thought that if you weren't the same Lucy that I knew from the past, if you weren't the same Lucy that had once held me dear, then you deserved a fresh start with a different master. I thought maybe there would be another master for you out there that could get along with you better than I ever did. Just thinking about it was painful, but I thought that would be the best for you. That's why I decided to send you off. Their decision to get rid of you had only made mine more resolute. I'd been planning to part with you on this day all along. Jesus Christ, so symbolic. You waited 15 long years to break up with her. Because it was the day when we first met. And at the place where I first found you, I intended to bid you farewell. Which is why I brought you here. But I restrained from sobbing. You remembered me. You finally remembered me. I almost collapsed from exhaustion while waiting for you. It really did take a frustratingly long time. But in the end, you remembered me. And that's all that matters.
Lucy が
My god. So it was a loop. Oh my god, the story looped in on itself. Oh shit. So he recreated Lucy all along.
ルー
That's
シー
cool.
が言ったじゃないですか。覚えていると。マスターと出会ったこの場所だけは何があっても忘れないと。
So by doing that, we basically have a core memory unlocked moment here. So when that triggered, everything literally came flooding back. Oh my god.
ちゃんとこの場所だけは忘れない自信があると。
Will we at least get a kiss? Please, game. At least give us that much, okay?
ちゃんと言ったじゃないですか。
I do. And now I can trust you. Even though you were destroyed beyond recognition, even though your memory chips were damaged beyond repair, even with all of that, there really was something left inside of you that contained your identity. And now, I can trust that you are the same Lucy I used to know back then.
ルーシーもいえ、
She shakes her head and corrects herself.
私もこれで信じられます。マスターは15年が過ぎても変わりませんでした。今も変わらず私を必要としています。このまま10年後も20年後もそして30年後もマスターはきっと変わらず私を必要としてくれるはずです。私はこれで信じることができます。マスターが望んでいた永遠を信じることができます。
She said the thing again! My wish. The eternity I truly wished for. Yeah. Before I'd realized it, the tears were already running down my cheeks. It tasted salty. It should. Protagon, please. You are a robotics engineer. You should know even just a little bit about science. It truly has been a long time. Indeed. Now I don't even want to see the other endings. This is more than enough for me. Each passing day has been absolutely grueling.
これからはゆっくりお休みください。
I've been so lonely all this time.
もう苦しくはありません。
I've lost many things. All the time I could have spent with you. All the memories I could have made with you. 15 years worth of my time. I've lost them whole.
取り戻せます。今からでも必ず取り戻すことができま
Please
す。
tell me you'll run away to some godforsaken country where the two of you could just live your lives alone and peaceful. Please.
失った時間をゆっくり取り戻しましょう。二人で精一杯時間を取り戻しましょう。
I'm worried. Wait, what was that? Let's look at the log. I'm still worried. Okay, there we go. I didn't miss much. I pressed the button a little too fast. Is the master in front of you really the same person from the past? I may have changed in some inconceivable way.
変わっていません。
I have aged somewhat since we last met. Gained a few pounds and gotten some wrinkles here and there. Jesus Christ, Portagun, you're only in your early 30s. You don't have that many wrinkles.
何も変わっていません。
Then there's my beard. I just let it grow over the years. However, if you're fine with such an unsightly man like me, will you come with me? Will you continue to stay by my side? They will run away together! Let's go! Woohoo!
もちろんです。私が今見つめているマスターは本当に何も変わってはいませんから。変わらず私が好きだった昔のあの姿のままですから。 そして、これからも永遠に変わりません。
Well, first things first, if you want to pass off more as a human than a robot, you're going to have to get rid of that earpiece.
私はいつも永遠にマスターと一緒にいます。
Just from those words, I was saved. After my exhausted mind had deteriorated so much with time, those words were enough to properly soothe the pain and suffering. That was all it took to satisfy me. That was all it took. To acknowledge that my efforts weren't in vain. That was the eternity that I wished for. I'm well aware that Lucy is an imitation. She's the closest imitation to a human being compared to anything else in the world. It was just that, to me, she was worth so much more than anything real. The Lucy in front of me who was shedding tears for my sake, she was someone I cared for dearly. Losing her had affected me far more than I could have ever imagined. I was already forced to part from her once. Never will I lose her a second time. And now, I will chase the eternity I wished for. I literally predicted that Protag-kun will say the same exact line. Holy shit. Together with Lucy. So I'm guessing the bad ending is you completely rejecting robotics and just embracing the god-awful nature of humanity. But this is quite the ending. That was a plot twist and a half. The story literally looped in on itself. Oh my god. That was a crazy ass ending. So that wasn't the true ending that we saw. No, there was an epilogue. There's even a song! Don't you dare do this to me, game! I just let the entire song play for however long that was. Probably just a minute or so. That was beautiful. Holy shit. Did not expect it to end the way it did. I thought it was just that. But that was the ending. The ending that we definitely deserved. It's unlike Detroit Become Human, where it was an extremely good ending. No, this was a feel-good ending. The ending that we all deserve and need in the harshness of life. And we even have another extra. Great. Should we go the extra mile? Yeah, I guess we should. But let's see. The eternity she wished for, and what I wish for. Oh my god. So I'm assuming the other one. Yeah, reunion. Oh my god. I'm assuming the other one is... Oh my god. That was amazing. That is just so amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was amazing. The ending is even different. Oh my god. Should we go? But yeah, we got nothing else better to do, so we're gonna get into this reunion. We're gonna get into the reunion right here, right now. Okay, we're back. I took a small bathroom break, and now we are in the reunion ending. So we're gonna see what happens here. And it's early morning. Chirping of birds could be heard through the window. An old man who was a light sleeper slowly opened his eyes, lazily sitting up in bed. He scowled at almost blinding sunlight. Oh, is this the same exact stuff? Hmm. Okay. Darkness engulfed. Yeah, okay. This is the same one as the old man's thingamadooter, but I'm assuming if I'm reading this correctly, we're going to end up with something completely different given what we've been through. So, we're going to skip to probably close to the ending, and we're gonna see what happens to Protagon's father here. Okay, we're back, and in the original ending for this extra, the entire thing just ended after the letter was read. However, since we have done the actual ending, we're going to get a continuation, it seems. So, the atmosphere was suffocating. And if you guys want to know what happened in the old man's wish, it's literally just the previous video. So, just check it out there. It's also an extra long video, so strap in for that one. The android did not know what to do for the old man who was sunken in depression. What had interrupted the long-lasting silence was a sound of weeping. The old man broke free from his shock and slowly opened his eyes. Are you crying? The android was crying? Oh, it wasn't the android. Wait, why is it Lucy's silhouette? Interesting. The Silveroid trembled whilst clenching the letter tightly in her hands. Only then the old man could finally remember. The android standing before him looked strikingly similar to the one from his past memories. It seemed that you're not my android. Your face. I finally remember now. You're the android from before. The one my son brought home long ago. Also, the robot that came home was not the Silveroid. It was Lucy.
ルーシーです。ルーシー、バレンタインです。お父様。
I see. This is quite the reunion. So it continued the way it did. However, we're getting what is, I guess, the proper closure to this entire saga. So he built you back up from scratch. How obstinate. The old man stared at the sobbing robot in silence. As if he was trying to comfort the android, he soon began to talk about his past. I've always lived my life to the fullest. Indeed, the old man had lived a busy life. I don't know about anything else. But when it came to my job, I'm confident that I worked harder than anyone else. The old man had dedicated most of his life to his career, even volunteering for additional assignments and doing some overtime late into the night. His performance was unrivaled in terms of professional quality and outright enthusiasm. He became the envy of all those around him and gained an infinite amount of recognition and trust from his employers. Such an impressive work ethic did not go unnoticed. After constantly increasing my performance and building up a lot of experience, I eventually came to learn a lot of respect out of my coworkers. That inspired me to work even harder, and soon promotions naturally came along. He started out as a normal employee, but one day he found himself promoted to manager. When the relatively small company he'd been supervising began to gain traction and expand to multiple locations, he was promoted to a director. I later remarried a colleague of mine. She knew of nothing but work, much like myself, and I was very fond of her. Perhaps you could say that she was the perfect match for me. The old man smiled at the memory. In the end, I was forced into early retirement. I made a foolish mistake and had to shoulder the blame. But still, I want people to know that what I'd built up is not something anyone can achieve. Starting out as a normal employee and being promoted all the way up to a director is an incredible feat. It's the fruition of my sweat and tears. But time is limited. If one gains something by investing time, they will also have to let go of something. In order for me to achieve what I desired, I had to give up many things. Time with my son, my wife, my family. I had to give up all of them for work. The time I could have spent with my family was all invested into my job. I was able to succeed only because I made that kind of decision. I read that wrong. I was only able to succeed because I had that kind of dedication. I knew my son hated me for thinking of nothing but work. It was the same with my first wife who ran away long ago. I suppose as a father, as a husband, I failed miserably. But I still wanted him to take after me. After seeing my dedication, after seeing all the things I was able to achieve, I wanted my son to take after me and live his own life to the fullest. I wanted to show him how much respect and recognition one can gain from working hard. Yet, it seems that I've failed to earn the respect of my own son. Indeed. At some point, Lucy had stopped crying. She was listening to the hoarse voice with sorrowful eyes. I'm not trying to make an excuse. I don't regret anything either. My life didn't have so little meaning that I could dismiss it with a single regret. Even if I could go back to the past, I would still live my life prioritizing work over anything else. However, perhaps I could have been more flexible about it. My top priority in life has and will always be work, but perhaps I could have made a better effort to cherish my family at the same time. Maybe I could have tried to find some time, or at least once or twice a week, to be able to have dinner as a family. But enough of this. What's done is done, and I've lost everything already. So what's the point? This is extremely cathartic, all things considered. The old man's gaze returned to the food on the table. The dishes he had ordered specifically for his son would probably be thrown out or shared with neighbors, because his weak teeth wouldn't be able to handle most of them. The old man rose to clean up the table. It was at that moment Lucy spoke up.
また来ます。
The android suddenly spoke up with her eyes full of tears. Despite being on the verge of breaking down, her voice remained clear.
お誕生日はまた来ます。きっと今日でなくても誕生日は来年また来ます。再来年もずっとお誕生日は来ます。今日が最後ではありません。今回は一緒に過ごせず残念ですが、来年はきっと一緒に過ごせるはずです。ですよね。
That was exactly what the old man had been dying to hear. He stubbornly wanted to believe in those sweet, hopeful words. Yet at the same time, he knew they were only coated with nonsense. The old man shook his head. You saw the letter. He's never coming back. He won't be paying me a visit for my next birthday or any after that. He's already made his decision. It's all over now.
私が説得してみます。今年でなければ次の年に。
Lucy, the ever optimist.
次の年がダメなら2年後に。2年後もダメなら3年後、4年後。それでもダメなら5年後に。どんなに時間がかかっても構いません。私の話を聞いてくれるまで説得してみせます。私が必ずマスターを説得して、マスターと一緒にお父様に会いに来ます。口喧嘩だけで終わる仲なんてありません。マスターは手紙にあのようなことを書きましたが、そんな残酷な人間関係はこの世に存在しません。私がこれから証明してみせます。お父様とマスターが仲良く笑いながら話せるお誕生日パーティーにしてみせます。だから それまでお体に気をつけて待っていてください。どうか私とマスターを信じて待っていてください。
For the most of his life, the old man had despised androids. The machine that makes people lazy, the machine that steals people's jobs, the machine that threatens mankind's dominance, a worthless imitation that only makes people miserable. He knew. Yet for some reason, his eyes began to well up in tears. I must be getting old, to be able to find comfort in the words of a mere robot. How weak I've truly become. The old man dragged his frail body and approached the android. It's just as you say. My birthday will always return. Next year, I would love to be able to spend the day with my son. With you too, of course. It was a step in the right direction at least, but still, it was cathartic for him to suffer for as long as he did. And with that, I believe that will be... Oh, the old man patted the android's head with his wrinkled hand, as if he was standing before his own granddaughter. As if he was standing before a real person, he patted her head affectionately. The old man mused. His current self was now able to pat an android. It wasn't exactly a remarkable accomplishment, but it was something that had been impossible before. If the old man continued to make such progress, then perhaps one day, the conflict between himself and his son may finally be resolved. And like that, the old man looked towards a hope-filled future. Still though, I preferred the original ending to this thing, without revealing that it was Lucy delivering the letter. But, I guess Lucy, being the ever-optimist, decides, you know what, screw that, screw what you're thinking, I'm gonna patch things up between you and your old man, right here, right now. But let's see what else the old man is going to be up to. Yay, achievement, reunion! Alright, Dr. Beck's log. Great, we have even more extra content! Great! Oh my god. Oh my god, do I go through this? I guess I should. I guess I should. I really should. Alright, one more for the road. One more for the frickin' road. Dr. Beck's log. Should be this one here. So this is probably the bad ending. So we're gonna see that after we go through Dr. Beck's log. If this is just Protag-kun, we're gonna find out soon enough. Dr. Beck's log. Alright. This could be also another really long haul, so you're gonna ride this one out with me, boys and girls. Lucy Valentine. She was quite the exceptional one. The greatest invention I've ever conceived. No, it wouldn't be so far-fetched to say that it was the greatest invention in all of mankind. The perfect human replica that no one has ever been able to create. I had succeeded in producing something that incredible. An existence capable of thinking and acting like a human. An existence capable of replacing any human in any industry. It was the perfect robot that everyone had only been dreaming about since the past. Indeed, that is why it was a problem. That was why we could not release it into the world. Human beings are not yet capable of comprehending such an existence. Humans have always shunned other beings with superior intellect. Some even question how androids are better than us, citing that they're artificially created beings being unnatural by design. Therefore, their conclusion is that androids are inferior to humans. However, our sense of worth is in constant flux. Take how certain cyber currencies that used to be near worthless in the past are now more valuable than real money. That is saying a lot given that this game was made in 2016 and now it's 2024 and NFTs and other cyber currencies are starting to pop off pretty goddamn hard. Although granted, the bubbles for cyber currency, for cryptocurrency and other internet-based monetization is proven to be an extreme wash and scam. So we'll just take this word with a grain of salt. Take how sports, which used to be played purely for fun, has now become a multi-billion-dollar business. That has been going on since like the 1800s, dude. It's fascinating how rapidly one's views can change. Life may be something that holds an inexplicable value today, but that may very well change with time. Androids possess a near infinite lifespan. Unlike humans, they don't die per se. They are immune to diseases and can be easily repaired when damaged. And there are many other advantages. Advantages that we humans do not possess. They may be artificial, but the truth may be that they're far superior to us. In a future world full of androids, it may be humans who become obsolete. People are just recognizing this danger and reacting accordingly. Truthfully speaking, I am also afraid. If androids like her were operating in our society by the millions, I wonder if there really will be any place left on this planet for humans. Will humans still be able to retain their prominent dominance? I have no confidence in that. That is why I understand. I understand why they're choosing to get rid of her. I am part of the human race after all, and I have a son whose entire life is still ahead of him. But I could not bear witness to her destruction. My lifelong masterpiece to be erased at a whim, it would be no different than being sentenced to death. That's why I decided to secretly conceal Lucy within the junkyard. It wouldn't have been possible without the aid of a man named Zerial, who was a lab official at the time. Oh! So the guy who runs the antique shop is the son of this guy. Because Zerial visited... Oh my god! That ties stuff in well! Holy shit! Even though I was the one who had put myself into this mess, he did not hesitate to lend me a hand. I owe him a great deal. I recoded the interior of the junkyard robots so they wouldn't touch her. I implemented a command to restrict most of her advanced features. It was a necessary precaution so that she would be kept safe and hidden. If a normal person takes her away, he wouldn't be able to unlock her full potential. However, someone familiar with androids may possibly uncover what she's truly capable of. I was able to suppress my stubbornness this way. After that, I left Lucy behind at the junkyard. So this is Lucy's original creator talking, and... oh dear god. Then I waited for someone to appear. I waited for someone to appear and find a use for the android. I don't know when that day will come. It could be tomorrow, it could be months away, it may even take years. But no one knows what the future will bring. But at the very least, I wanted Lucy to be accepted by someone. Because if she disappeared without ever seeing the light of day, it would mean that my entire life had gone to waste. Oh, Doctor. If only you knew what happened to your dear old robot now. Hidden diary. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Was there actually clickable stuff in the environment? Because sometimes visual novels do that. Especially either in post-game or in the regular content. But let's see what other extras are unlocked here. But before all that, we're gonna silence the music a little. Let's go to the extras. So achievements, okay. Find out what she wishes for. Okay, yeah, unto eternity. So this is the true ending. Then we found the doctor's final record. So this means that everything else here is the bad ending. Also noticing now that 10/12, haha, October 12th, haha. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, whatever. Butterfly effect, kept the flyer. Ah, I think that's what it means, because we kept the flyer from the antique store. It had I guess it basically helped us to reach this. So the true ending was Lucy finding happiness with Protagon, and there we are. And then let's see what other CGs are in the gallery. So this is all of the normal stuff, and then I'm assuming this is the bad ending. So yeah, so this is, oh wow, it's actually a collection of all of the CGs from that specific scenario. That's so cool. All right, so yes, this is honestly the perfect way to bookend Lucy the Eternity She Wished For. I would not have asked for anything more. The plot twists and the revelations at the end, good god, you know, I mean, yes, Protagon was extremely insufferable, but I think that was necessary. That was an extremely necessary evil for us to reach the ending that we reached, and I would not have asked for anything more. And that was it. that was the eternity we wished for and the eternity we're going to get. So we're gonna cut it here. And if you like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, whatever game I decide to play next, we're gonna see you there. Toodles!